Hello. It's day 9 of this. And today we're going to be talking about spiritual experiences. Ooh. So, spiritual experiences is, I think, the first idea we get with spiritual experience is some kind of like divine thing where, like, the clouds open up and, some giant chariots come down and protect us from some ridiculous event that's happening. But I want to talk about more like normal spiritual experiences. I think that or I remember that the quote I like about spiritual experiences was something along the lines of like, nothing is a miracle except in the divine sense that everything is a miracle. Like the fact that anything exists at all is the greatest miracle. That I can talk to you through the internet and through this little device here and this machine that is recording everything is nothing short of an absolute miracle. And that's everything. Like the idea that the body, just works on its own, that plants grow, that the sun keeps everything just right, that everything works. We have enough of a balanced ecosystem to support living. Um, Everything like that is just in itself a miracle, an absolute amazing experience. But we like to hear about, divine experiences. But I'll share a quick story that happened to me today of, what I think is a somewhat of a spiritual experience. Um, where I've been having, I tripped a few weeks ago and hurt my pinky finger, right? And it's been bothering me for quite a while since then, and I didn't know what exactly to do. Um, and so a few days ago, I made an appointment to go see a doctor about it, and the appointment was scheduled actually for later on today. But this morning, I decided to go and do some meditation at a little meditation spot that I sometimes go to. And after the meditation, I just hung around, and there was someone that I haven't met before, um, just that was also there. And I ended up talking to that person. Just it just happened to be there. There was probably a few, maybe like 2 dozen, 3 dozen people there, something like that. And I ended up talking to this one person that I have never spoken with before. And we chatted for a little bit, and it turns out that this person was an orthopedic therapist, someone who works with injuries. And I'm like, what? What? How is this possible? How am I talking with this one person who is like there, who has a specialty in specifically what I'm going to a doctor for in a few hours that I've been working on for like weeks now to try and get resolved, and all of a sudden the resolution comes to me, where it's just this a stranger who happened to be in the right place at the right time to solve the problem that was I was experiencing at the time. And right then and there, they gave me a quick session to do some therapy on my finger and gave me a little thing to like do some exercises with to stretch it out and build up some muscle on it. So absolutely fantastic. I feel significantly better now that I've had that, and I didn't have to go see the doctor. What like what are the odds of this happening? And a lot of folks can say that's coincidence, and sure, yeah, that's always an argument for things, but the way things play out in life can be so um, serendipitous that it begs to say, how much coincidence can we believe, right? Like how much coincidence can we actually say that, oh, this is all accident? It's all accident. There's so many accidents that happen where things just kind of mysteriously work, right? And I believe that this is, and if you disagree, that's fine. Not a big deal. But I believe that the universe is connected, that we are connected to other human beings and, the whole system of human beings. Um, and that when we are experiencing something and we start to look for solutions that the universe is trying to help us out to. The universe, I don't think, is as much of a, you know, unrelated, non-conscious thing that doesn't give a damn about us or anything. I think that it all cares about it. Not in the same way that a human being cares about things. This is not a one-to-one relationship saying that the universe is like a human being. But in its own way, it understands things in a way we cannot. How a dog sees things, how a dog sees the world in a very different way than a human being sees the world, and how, I'm sure amoeba and little bacteria see the world in a very different way than humans see the world. We often like to think that the human experience is the pinnacle of existence, thinking that we're the absolute best and nothing can understand creation better than a human being. However, we see that, still our DNA knows how to put together a body, and our human minds can't figure out how to put together a body from scratch, right? We still have to rely on the DNA. So the DNA understands a different, or like, when a baby is born, like it knows how to put itself together. And that's something that our minds, like our reason, can't replicate yet. Um, but it does it flawlessly. The vast majority of the time, it knows how to build a human being, and that is intelligence. That's the intelligence I'm talking about. Is that the creation, that the universe knows how to put things together, like a human being, and in the same way, it knows how to take care of its existing beings. That's Divine Mother. The creation itself is taking care of its children, like the animals and the humans and the environment and all sorts of things. Um, we can sure cause a mess, right? Human beings can definitely cause a mess of things, and sometimes we'll cause our own mess to our extinction. Um, but I don't think that the extinction of humans would mean the extinction of life either. I think that it's life. Life is going to do everything it can to continue existing. Humans are not. Animals are not. It's going to be like, I'm going to do what I can to continue. And it's so mysterious how all of this just understands how to work. But that's what I mean when, I wanted to express a divine experience, or not a divine experience, but like a spiritual experience of seeing this thing that looks very serendipitous on the outside, but happens to be at the right place at the right time without any prior arrangements being done. That the intelligence that surrounds us, the thing that, the intelligence that made our body, that gave us a mind so we can think, that gave us a voice and eyes and all these other very sensitive instruments that are very good at making life operate, um, helps us out from time to time. Not always. Sometimes we need to struggle and grow in our own ways, but every so often I think there's that love that surrounds us, which is the creation. But that was the fun of it. Um, and yeah, I think that's a good one. Something to reflect on. And the thought for today is giving back to others. That the thoughtfulness into others, this is just a completely separate thought, but it's the thoughtfulness of others and giving into others in ways that makes other people happy. And we can do things for others to make them happy, and thinking of them, to share that love. Like this person who was the orthopedic uh, therapist didn't need to do anything for me, but he offered to do something for me and helped me out with my little issue there, and it was beyond kind of him to do that. Um, but that's the thing of being open to that experience, being able to share what you have with others. And that's something to also focus on, you know? not focus like entirely on, but whenever given the opportunity, if there's some way that we can help others, why not do it, right? You know, why not give an extra helping hand whenever? I think that's one of the truest expressions of human kindness, and really the core of our being is when we can help others and make others' lives easier. So I'm very grateful for what happened one day, but and yeah, that's to it. Hopefully I can pass it forward and express it with someone else. And yeah, that's all it's to it. But that's what I got for today. See you tomorrow.